Hi and welcome. I would like to present to you the Keen system. Today's topic, inputs. I'm going to describe new features regarding inputs, their configuration and correction feature. In the system, there are 4 physical inputs and 2 media signals available. Their preview can be found on the production screen. On top of each input window, you can find a gear symbol. If you click on it, a window will appear where you can configure input setup. As an input signal, you can choose a physical SDI or HDMI input marked as in, an NDI stream from a local network, or a video file from a local disk. CAM inputs can now support the same formats as media inputs. I'm choosing a physical input in. On the right side of the window, we can find configuration features, transformation and correction. First slider, pan, allows to move an image right and left. Blank spots will be filled in by transparency if signal is used as a talent, or with black if the signal is used as a screen. Second slider, tilt, moves an image up and down. Slider zoom allows zooming an image in and out. The sliders can be used together or separately, depending on your needs. Above the sliders, we can find checkbox for horizontal and vertical flip. Let's have a look at how they work. Flipping mirrors the image horizontally or vertically. Another function visible above the sliders is rotation. To demonstrate it, I'm going to use a sample media file. To achieve better quality of an image, we can film a talent with a physical camera being rotated by 90 degrees. That's why we now need to rotate the image back by 90 degrees to a proper position. Let's have a look at correction features. If a chroma key on CAM input is on, those functions will be inactive. Here we can change the intensity of brightness, color contrast, saturation, and hue. At the bottom, we can find a button Detect Position, which detects a rim of person's feet to then pin them to a virtual studio's floor. Reset button restores default slider settings. I am now going to Chroma Luma Key tab to turn the chroma key on for this input. We begin to set the chroma key up, starting with Pick Color function. Then, by using black and white sliders, we can set up initial settings. In a second, I will go back to Input Configuration window. We can see that correction sliders and parameters are now inactive. That's because the chroma key for this input is on. To be able to set those parameters up when the chroma key is on, we need to go to Post Correction tab in the chroma key section. To make the sliders work, we need to tick the Enabled box. Now we can make corrections of brightness, contrast and saturation. Intensity slider allows for a color filter to be applied on the image to match a talent to a surrounding and lighting in a chosen virtual studio. The color can be chosen by clicking on the ambient color window. All of those parameters are going to be saved in a session file. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Wrecking. Keen on record.